friends. This is my first video with SAP production planning. So we will start with the basic concepts. So this channel especially focuses on the configuration steps and the error analysis. So we are implementing many modules like MM, ST, finance and controlling, and warehouse management. And now we are starting with the production planning in the same company code. So my previous videos are available with in this channel. You can refer my previous videos. So it will be available in a separate playlist. So for the enterprise structure, metal master configurations, you can refer my MM playlist. So similarly, I have created separate playlist for all these modules. You can refer those things also. So in this video, we will start with the consumption based planning, especially with the reorder point planning. So by this, we have our first step in our MRP. So in this video, we will discuss how to configure for reorder point planning towards material requirement planning. So just before entering into this concepts, we will make some basic configurations required for the consumption based planning and for the production planning also. So just enter into the navigation. So you can see that there is a material management where you can find the consumption based planning. Just enter into it. So just enter the plant parameters. I have to maintain the plant parameters. I have created the plant in our enterprise structure. I can also share those videos in this playlist. So I just want to create the plant parameters. So my plant is BRP. Just create it. Okay, just copy. So I'm copying from the plant. So it is a plant available with SAP. I'm just copying those parameters into my plant. Just click on copy. So what are the parameters associated with the plant 1000 has been copied to. You can see here the parameters from plant 1000 were copied to the plant. This is my plant. It's a plant I have created for material management and finance, and also for the ST. So I just want to maintain it. Just click on maintain. So these parameters have been maintained. You can see here, and you can see the master data MRP controller has to be maintained. So I will just maintain now. You can see what are the planned orders have been maintained. So the planned order will be converted to purchase requisition. So the availability dependent requirement has been maintained. So like that, all the parameters have been maintained. So in order to have a MRP controller, I can maintain here itself. Just click on the MRP controllers. So MRP controller is the one who controls the material requirement planning. So I just enter my plant along with the MRP controller name. Okay, just maintain in the same name of the plant so that I will not be missing it. You can assign a different name also. So I have created the business area and also the profit center. So if these data are not available with you, you can leave it. Just to save this entry. So the next step, I just move on to the next step. There is a MRP group. So let me create a new MRP group for my plant, just enter my plant, click on create. So I just enter my plant name as MRP group. Just click on create. So I've created, and now I can maintain. So you can see you can see that the external procurement type, there is a scheduling document types. So we can maintain our document types here. So I just keep it blank now. I will configure when it is required. So these planning intervals, especially this rescheduling horizon, planning horizon, these parameters are available with the planning run. So we will process those things in this video itself. So I just save it. Okay, let me move on to the next. And MRP group for material type. So it will be automatically updated by the system itself. I don't want to execute it. Just I'll show you. So for all the material types, the plant and MRP group will be updated. Okay, I'll just move to the next. The number ranges. So the number ranges. So there are number ranges available. You can see. So there are number ranges. We can add when it is required. Just move on to the next. That is the master data. So here itself we can maintain the MRP controller. We have assigned it and created. So I don't want to enter into this. Check MRP types. So there are different MRP types available with SAP. So I don't want to create any new one. Just to show what is and in this video we will go on with the reorder point planning. That is V1, I think so. So example V2, that is automatic reorder point. So I just explore it. You can see that the MRP procedure is reorder point planning that is linked with this MRP type. Similarly, it includes external requirements with the replenishment lead time. See screen sequences, automatic calculation of safety stock, reorder points. So all these things have been configured. So I can use this MRP type. I don't want to create a new one. So just similarly like that, we can have a lot of MRP types available. The next is MRP area. So we don't want to maintain this. Just move on to the next. That is a planning. So MRP calculations, lot size calculations, we will have a separate video on it. Define. Just click on activate material requirement planning. So for my plant, just activate the requirement planning. Click on save. Set up planning file. It goes to the variant. Okay, let me go to the next. That's procurement profile. Define conversion of okay. Let me check whether my plant is available. Okay. So I think I have completed the configuration. So let us go into the implementation. So in this we will just create a material, just show you. Just select the industry sector, material type is so I just select the raw material for BRP, select views. So these things I have discussed in a separate video. I have implemented the material master total configuration. I will share the video in my playlist also. You can see it. But additionally, I'm selecting the additional views such as MRP 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these 4 views I have included extra in this example. The remainings are same. So click on this. Click on organization levels. Click on enter. We don't want any profile. Okay, just make an so this is my material name. So in this example we are going to implement the reorder point planning. So the purchasing tab, I just enter the purchasing group. So this is the main thing, MRP1. In this view I just enter the MRP controller, and the MRP type is, we go with the automatic reorder point, that is P2. So I just enter here the automatic reorder point planning is a V2. Just enter here, and the reorder point, let me say an example 50. Just enter here, the reorder point is 50, and the lot size, we need to give the lot size. So we will have a separate session with the lot size. So let me have a daily lot size in this example. I'll discuss in my upcoming videos. So I can maintain the minimum lot size is 20 and the maximum lot size is 100. I just enter here so that I will not be missing those things. The minimum lot size I have entered is 20. The maximum lot size is 100 and the reorder point is 50. Okay, let me just enter to the next tab. This tab I don't want to just have this thing, planned delivery time is 1 day. Okay, let me so other parameters we will discuss. The warehouse management, accounting view, I will link the valuation class, it is very important. And the last tab, that is costing, I can link the profit center. So it is okay. The MRP type V2 requires forecasting. So it shows the MRP type V2 requires forecasting data to be maintained. So just click on this forecasting tab so that we can maintain this indicator also. Here the forecast model is important. So I just automatic. Okay, let me have this. It's a constant model. Let it be the constant model. Just click on enter and save. So you can see the material master will be saved now. So the material 20023 have been created. So let me have a initial entry of stock balances in the T code MB1C. So let me change the plant. So you know that the movement type 501 represents the initial entry of stock balances. And, that is a goods receipt without purchase order. So it shows the posting only possible. Okay, it is the 1st of June. So let me close the posting periods. MMRV So the current period is 6. I want to close the period using the T code MMPV. Enter the company code. So all these things I have discussed in my finance playlist, the finance module playlist. You can see it if you want to have a good knowledge with these things. You can read it, you can study it over there. Just close the period. Now the period is June. I can view it. So the current period is June. So now I can go on with the transactions. You can see here the material is 20023. So let me have a quantity. So the initial stock is, you can see the reorder point is 50. So let me have a initial quantity of a 70. Let me have a 70 quantity. So it shows the account determination. This is the offsetting entry for inventory balances, and it's a valuation class. No, it is the valuation class, and this is the valuation modification. So let me solve this. ZOB is the account modifier. Okay, let me double click on it, or you can solve this using the T code OBYC. I just enter into this error. I can solve it by here itself. You can see that proceed is okay. Let me cancel it. Account assignment. So all these things you can learn from my MM module playlist. I have explained it in a briefly. So the valuation modification, the general modification, that is ZOB, and the valuation class, that is BERR, and the account. So I just tell you what is ZOB. I have a PDF. I just show you. So you can see here these are the account modifiers with the GBB, that is the offsetting entry for inventory posting. You can see here the offsetting entry for stock posting GBB, and these are the account modifier associated with this GBB. So in this we are processing ZOB. You can see here ZOB is for goods receipts without purchase order. So I have to link an account for this modifier. So this account will be an asset account. So let me move to the next session. Let me create a new account for it. So we are making some initial entry of stock balances. So it is an asset to our concern. So I want to create the account in asset group. So let the transaction open. So you can see this is my general ledgers. Let me create a new account in so we have account, that is initial stock 10008. I think we have an account. Yes. So I can link this account. There's an initial entry of stock balances here. So I've already assigned. Okay, this is for a different general that is account modification. So let me link that account. Okay, let me save it. So I just enter back as it is. How did I come here? The screen. I just go back like that. Just I will save it. So I'm initially uploading initial stock is 70, but okay, let me save it. Okay, you can see here the reorder point is 50, and now we have 70 balances, 70 quantity of this material in our stock. Let the document post. Okay, you can see the document is posted. So let me move on to the T code MD04. No, not MD03. That is single item, single level. So in this transaction, we can maintain the planning of the material and in a single item, single level. That means that material, that particular material. Just go on with the material. That is this material. I'm planning for this material in my plant BERP. So that is the meaning for this single item, single level. I'm planning for this material in this plant only and not in any other plant. So that is the meaning for single item and single level. So there is a T code called MT02 in which it will be a single item multi-level, which means I can plan this material in multiple plants. So like that it goes on. So you can see that the browsing key, so all these parameters are defaultly updated. So these things have been uh, arrived from our configuration, and in my starting part of this video you can rewind it. These things have been uh, dragged from those configurations. So I just enter. So please check input parameters. I just click on enter again so that the MRP will be carried out. So let me go and check with the T code MT04. So this is stock requirement list. Let me process with the enter. So you can see that the available quantity is 70. Okay. So let me issue goods issue. Let me make a goods issue for 21 quantities, and let me check why I will make a goods issue for 21 quantity is that. So we know that this is our maximum lot size is 100 and minimum lot size is 20. So the reorder point is 50. So if the stock is below the 50 quantities, so it will have a reordering quantity of minimum lot size 20. So let me perform this operation here. Let me show it. So let me post a goods issue first. So the T code is Migo. Let me post a goods issue to the cost center. So you can see that the goods issue for the material. So I will issue 21 quantity. Okay, just enter. So I just link my cost center. This is my cost center. So I've assigned the warehouse management also. So let me check. So it shows the document is okay. Let me post it. So I'm issuing 21 quantities. You can see the material document is posted. So it is a transfer order. Okay, let me make a transfer order also. So these things are relevant to warehouse management. Okay, the storage type search. Okay, let me skip this. We will have a separate session. So I have now I just post again the MT03, that is the single item single level analysis. Just execute it. The MRP is carried out. Now I'm again moving on to the MT04. So you can see that the purchase requisition has been created with the quantity 20. So why the material proposing like this 20 quantity means we have maintained the minimum lot size with the 20. So if the material goes below this reorder point, the system automatically proposes with the minimum lot size as a reorder point. So this is the explanation for reorder point planning, and now I can make the purchase requisition. So the purchase requisition has been already created, so let me convert it into the purchase order. Just click on it. You can see the purchase order. I just click on purchase order, it will be created automatically. Let me show it. It will corresponds to the purchase order screen. So you can see here, this is the requisition. It is in open state. Let me select it and click on adopt. When I click this, you can see that the parameters in this requisition will be updated in my purchase order. So I can just, you can see the material with the quantity 20 number. I just included my purchase organization, vendor number, clicked on enter. So net price, the pricing procedures. So once the purchase order is saved, just click on save. You can see that the 20 quantities have generated the purchase order. So you can see that the purchase order has been created. So let me have a goods receipt from this purchase order. So before going to the goods receipt, I just release the purchase order. So these things are, so this is the release purchase order. I just release it. These are the okay, let me save it. I release the purchase order. Now I can process with the goods receipt. The T code is MICO. So from this purchase order, I just post the goods receipt. Just change it to the goods receipt and the purchase order number. You can see the plant and the goods movement type is 101. Just click on item OK. Quantity is 20. Just link my storage location and post. So after this, the stock will be updated with 20 more quantities. We will see in our material requirement planning how the scenario is changing. We can see it. Just waiting for the posting. Okay, the material document is posted. Now we can again do that MD03. So the material MRP is carried out. Now I go to the MD04. Just click on enter. You can see the available stock is 69. So like this, we can do our reorder point planning. So thank you guys for watching this video. We will have a manual reorder point. Sorry, that is a forecast based planning in our next video. So, thank you for watching this video. Thank you.